Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Love Goddess, Yvette Dream Johnson, with dreamsuniverse.me and Ms.Atlanta Thick Dream.com. That is my platform for all my links and my history, my bio, and dreamsuniverse.me is my adult not safe for work platform, and it is pay-per-view. So, on this magnificent Mirror Monday, Manic Monday, Money Making Monday, Motivational Monday, yeah, all those. The Love God is here, Yvette, aka Dream, Thick Dream. Some of y'all know me as. I'm sitting here just chillaxing. Of course, I got my afternoon late little thing or two here, so I don't know who's gonna come in and interrupt me during this post. If I have to stop, I'm gonna have to bring it out another day and combine it with another message. So, sipping my tea before a little bit after 2 o'clock, and with this It's Not Easy Being Dream blog post, I wanted to kind of cater to the individuals who are going through it. Uh, Events are happening to you, you are in a crossroad. I like to call that a time of transition or expansion in your life, especially those who are mommies and those who are entrepreneurs, even without children. Being an entrepreneur and being a parent is a much, much, much difficult task. You have to be self motivated. You have to be very, very, very insane about what it is that you want to do. Even if you don't know what you want to do, even if that changes, no matter what, the motivation, the drive, it has to be there. Now, for me, the drive, it stops. And yes, there are days where I want to give up. And there are some days I choose to just chill out on the bench and regroup and then go back in hard, whatever the task may be. But I show up constantly. And during this time, I feel like one is therapy for me, and it's also part of who I am as a motivator, happiness provider, and also a web presence to be a little bit transparent and share how I've gotten this far, as far as 12 years of being me here on the internet. So I did on Friday morning a web Facebook Live with none other than DV Passion, Lady V. Lady V and D Black, they are a married sexpert couple. I was on their show about a couple years ago when they were in the studio. I was a guest. It's about they're a sex positive couple, and she's wrote a book called The Bi in Me, and they are at Exotica this year. So you'll be able to catch them whether they're in Chicago, I think Jersey. They're also doing Miami as well. DV Passion, and they teach a lot of the kinky stuff in the lifestyle, like face sitting and things of that nature. The BDSM culture, if you're aware of it, that's just one of the little fetishes in that room. And she teaches face sitting, and he does too. They're experts. Anyway, we did our live on Friday, right? It was very impromptu, very spirit led, very good. It was kind of long, but the y'all who are my followers and hers, y'all showed up, y'all gave love, and I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And it was important for me to do that. And she asked me a question, and I'm going to share with you all something too. It really touched me. She's like, 12 years. What do you think? 12 years, like, what got you here? First thing that came to mind was struggle. Many of you all who know my history, my her story, is I came about this whole thing here on the internet not because I just wanted to do YouTubes or I wanted to do cam shows. No, it came about because of the struggle, and how I had to do the struggle is because, or I say do the struggle, or how the struggle became part of my life was because I needed a source of income when my ex-husband had left me destitute with children, no welfare, nothing of that nature on a payday. And I was like, 1.5 day into my externship as a medical assistant. Yeah. And I had already had a built up following via Yahoo, just writing an erotic blog. So I went from Yahoo on this blog, and that audience, I'm being very transparent. So shout out for you all who followed me back then, 12 years ago, probably a little bit longer than that, but yeah. 12 years has been Thick Dream Productions, but prior to that was just my Yahoo blog. I don't even remember the name of it though. I have no idea because they're gone, they're extinct now. But I did have a heavy following on this erotic blog with Yahoo. So one of the members had suggested that I do adult shows, which I'm thinking like, okay, adult shows, what do you mean? Like, I didn't even know the site, first of all, was a camming site. This page is no longer active based on just different things I've had with this page. The money was okay, the live shows were okay, but it's just a lot of negative energy at times would come from this web page because it was my only platform, and how people would Google me and these videos that I've done in erotic nature and these shows would pop up. It would cause a big friction, not only in my personal life, but in my family life too. So struggle brought me there, okay? Um, and if it wasn't for the money, would I go that route? Yes and no. It was another avenue for me to get into acting because at the time I did want to be an actress slash model. I still see it as another avenue to get into acting. I'm a great actress, okay? I'm a good model. It's still another avenue for me to do something else, a lot of different things. 'Cause I've been connected with a lot of different people. So anyway, I say that because sometimes you can get into certain things and it might lead you down a road to something else. And I think I've said this for many, many, many years on YouTube, like this here face is not going anywhere. And I still mean it. I still mean it. So anyway, um, in 12 years ago, okay, things were different, but I knew like the magnitude of Thick Dream, and I knew what it was going to take because I'm feeling like if I'm going to go out here and do this, I'm going to do a darn good job of it. Okay. One, I wanted to protect my identity for various reasons. And like right now, I don't have anything on the web with my government name. And I knew back then that I couldn't do that at all because I knew that I was going to grow because it seems like something that I'm really good at, didn't know, but I just felt that way, you know what I mean? So I see why from day one. And I really, at this point, I'm glad I did what I did, okay, but it still did not prevent certain things like stalking. It didn't prevent certain things like going to court behind people in this industry and people hating, it didn't prevent all those things. And what else? It still didn't prevent the turmoil within my family and my tribe. It didn't do all that. No matter how much I tried to protect XYZ, this, that, and the third, but now 12 years later, um, I know for a fact that nothing, no one, anyone can do can hurt me in that sense. Like, one, I know legally how I am protected now, being a public figure I'm seen as, and also my children are very conscious and they're very aware of who it is I am on the web and that I am a businesswoman first. I'm a Mamapreneur first, and along with being their mom. However, I know now legally that I am protected under certain laws, and I don't fear anyone and their attacks, etc., etc. So that's good to know, in the 12th year. But I knew that before then. So anyway, like I don't even fear people knowing my real name anymore. I choose not to do business right at this time under my real name. Part of my business, Yvette, is part of my real name. So I am kind of doing that. I feel like when I started doing this business, the only person that needed to know my real name was the person that I'm paying taxes to, okay, or somebody that's cutting a check. Then you get to know my real name. It's for me, it's not even a big deal. So the things that probably would hurt me back then don't hurt me now. And I say that also, and I can apply that for other things in my life. Things that used to hurt me back then don't hurt me now. And during this process of transition, um, the only thing that really stung me is the indifference. The indifference that I grew up around that's popped up, the indifference that I've encountered under people that I didn't even expect would be indifferent towards me. Just like that shock, like, oh, really? You were a whole dude, didn't have anything when I met you. I mean, you know. So now you're being indifferent towards me in my expansion, if you will. Wow, wow, wow. Really, really, really? But it's okay. It's okay. One of my goddess sisters, last night we were talking, Goddess Medea, I have to give her a shout out. She said something so awesome to me. And this is one of her famous quotes. She said, sis, when you meet people, they are where they are in their life. Not they are who they are. They are where they are. Now, how a person is when you're dealing with them, when you're going through your ish, don't mean they're going to stay in that when you come out of it. They're going to be a whole nother person, excuse me, based on their growth. And also, you're going to be different because you're going to see the whole experience differently. Whether you all come back together and become befriended or become gal pals or become closer family members, only time will tell. But when you're going through it, ain't nobody can tell you nothing, right? I mean, real for real. And nobody can tell you nothing. You're just sitting in it. You want to get done with it and get back to whatever your new normal is. That's all you know. But being someone who has been going at it for 12 years, and I can see that I've manifested a lot. And I have to give myself credit for a lot of things that normal mama fives didn't accomplish, weren't able to do. And I was privy to being open to earning my money in eccentric ways and still am. Still am. Like for what other people do to make money, I would much rather just go do this for like 5, 10 minutes, maybe 15, and I'm done. I'm paid. And there's a week's salary or whatever. Sometimes it's depending on what it is, it might be a month's salary for me. And right now I'm at this point in my life is I'm working smarter. Yes, smarter, not harder. And if I'm working hard, I better not know it, feel it, you know what I mean? It better be because I'm passionate about it, not because I gotta work hard, like physically and racking my brain. That's not what I, no, envision. That's no, no. So anyway, 12 years, what does bother me is that things in my professional realm with the men, they still don't change. Meaning men who come at me for business, because how another person does their business, they assume that I do it. Hmm, I don't know how, because I know I'm different. I know I'm different. I'm different. I'm different. I'm different. I know I'm different. I'm different. I'm different. And I guess it's because when the guy doesn't know me, um, all he has is assumptions. Like in my dominatrix field, I don't sleep with men. So apparently there are women out here giving up the goods, also allowing them to get to worship their feet and face it and things of that nature. I don't do that. I'm not one of those ebony dom goddesses that do that. So yeah, I quickly tell them bye bye. Happy hunting. I turn it down. And I'm not afraid to turn down money when it comes to that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta know your worth. Definitely when it comes to this business. And I think my camera's moving. Hold on. So anyway, I guess it wants to show the other parts of my body for whatever reason. Hold on. I'm gonna show my arms and shit. Hold on, y'all. And always evolving, changing in front of the camera, it takes total and complete I think transparency for the most part, because people get to see you when you're this way. People get to see you when you're feeling this way. Like, I'm not going to get on here and boo-hoo and cry about my situation. I refuse. I refuse. I can tell you when I'm going through a shitty time, when things are not so great. Are things great right now for me, even, right now? And I have, no. But what I can say is it's wonderful to be a mom of five. And guess what? My daughter, who I've sacrificed so much for, because I could have went into the regular 9 to 5, instead of doing contract work. Guess what? She's graduating college May the 16th. Okay. And what else? My son is graduating high school here this summer. Okay. And it's cool. Yeah, okay, my kid has to do credit recovery. Okay, so what? He got bullied. He missed out on some credits. So what? But he's graduating. I have to look at the good and the bad and the ugly. And my life is not perfect, but I do know I still aspire to be greater, better, and to live my fullest potential, and to also live an abundant life, a life of prosperity. Yes, I like money, honey. Yes, I do. And money on most days loves me. But what I can say for being a mom of five and being also a mompreneur, what I would suggest, okay, if you're doing contract work or you're doing cam work, some type of entertainment work, if you are not overwhelmed by just keeping above water, your head above water, I would say put some money aside while you are doing and making like your $1,000 or something a week or whatever. Stack some type of money or get an investment vehicle, a Roth IRA maybe, or some type of saving vehicle, or just yeah, I say a Roth IRA definitely. If I had to look back, that's something I would definitely have done early on, way early on. Like when I first got it and I knew that I was going to be in it for the long haul, right? Yeah, I would recommend you getting a Roth IRA because one, yes, you're paying self-employment taxes, but as far as your retirement, you may want to retire early. And in that business, you can retire early. Oh, yeah, and live nice. So if you're not like me, but hell, even if you are like me, and you have kids, in the baby daddies do not participate actively in the financial well-being of their kid, nor just helping out in the rearing of that child, I still say whatever money you get, put some in a Roth IRA or some type of vehicle, saving vehicle that you cannot touch until you are old age. That is something that I would recommend definitely. Definitely. What else did I want to share? Let's see. 12 years. What did I want to share? 12 years. Um, if I had to change something about it, I don't think I would change anything. I love the fact that I am a businesswoman at first, and then I learned about all the sexy and yummy stuff. I didn't really have to focus on that. Only thing I have to focus on is this trend. See, what I love bringing about me and my brand, or because I provide a service versus a product, well, I am the product. So for the most part, my main focus should be me, the temple, me, the product, focusing on me and mine. Whether it is in the gym, whether it is taking mental health days, whether it is, going to the spa, okay, whatever. Taking time out for oneself is so important. Yeah, it is. And snatch that happiness, okay? Snatch it and take it bits and pieces throughout your day. That's so important. But what would I change? I think I just got a brain fart. So excuse me on this chitty chat. Okay, so what else? 12 years. In this season that I am dealing with presently, is it was necessary for me to have a I want to call, what do you want to call this moment? I said season of transition, or no, not really transition, but the season of expansion, because there are other things that I want. Yeah, there's more money I need to make. And there are other adventures to be had, like international travel, um, in and international collaborations, um, just seeing the world, being a part of something greater than just me, in my little corner of my universe, being a part of something greater, and also helping individuals who may struggle in their confidence, who may struggle in their love lives. I do have a passion in that, and I have a passion in it because I know that when you are able to show up for yourself in a very good and also yummy way, oh, the energy that you draw in to yourself, oh, the vessel is incredible. So just imagine when you take that energy that you work on yourself with, and you just harness it for a while, just imagine what you had to share with others. Your light, your love, your energy, your time. Even on your bad day, you'll be able to have a little excess to share with another. And that is part of my passion. And that's why I do the empowerment showers, and I love complimenting people, because in front of a webcam, what was it? I say 13 years ago, because Thick Dream Production was not, the business that it was then. I say 13 or 14 years ago. I didn't have the confidence, okay? I was still kind of sort of frumpy. Well, I had lost weight, but before I moved in 2004 to Georgia, I didn't have the confidence. Like I had it, then I lost it. But I had to work on how I saw me, and my confidence, it had to grow when you're seeing yourself in a sensual way. You're seeing yourself as eye candy in someone else's eyes. You have to work on your inner, and it can't be fake, because men will see it, okay? And if you're really good with yourself, you'll know, oh, it's fake. Oh, it's fake. You know, a lot of people have issues with these. Girl, I had to embrace, look, these with weight loss. I had to do that because until I go in and get this cut off, I gotta rock it just like it is. I glamouflage, my bat wings. I glamouflage them a lot, but you know what? There are some days where I don't feel like wearing a sweater or what do you call it? A little cover up, the little sheer thing. I don't want to do that always when it's hot outside. There's some days that I rock with no fingernails. There's some days I wear my glasses. Okay. There's some days I come in here with braids or just my afro. So one, I had to debunk what people assume one about me, and sometimes I have to fight the things that go on, the little voices and things in my own head. Okay, because people that you encounter through this whole thing of the web, if your self esteem is not intact, girl, they you might as well just go on over there and sit in that corner because you are not cut for this. People will talk about you, say that you are not real and you wear fake eyes and fake hair. You don't love your hair. You don't love yourself because you go get your nails done, and you need to wear your own fingernails and grow your own hair. Da, 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 da. People try to tell you all types of things about yourself, your awareness, that you don't love yourself. You don't love yourself because you want to enhance certain things about yourself. Mm. You spend a lot of time trying to convince them or other people that you do love yourself. And at some point, you just don't give a fuck. Okay? Yeah, I wear some weave. Yeah, I wear some fingernails. Yes, I wear some contacts so I can see. Okay? And I just, fuck it. Who cares? Who cares? 12 years? I don't give a damn. I mean, for real. I don't. I care about my image. Yes, I do, because I am a brand. But I'm saying, being in front of the camera, you will go through a journey of self love, of image, and what other people think of you, which doesn't even matter. Because I feel if they're not fucking you, they're not financing you, they're not feeding you, who gives a shit what they think about? I don't care if they're family. Okay, but see, here's the thing. I've had a boyfriend. Okay, I've had a boyfriend try to tell me about myself. Okay, he didn't really know me. All he saw was the dream. For like 9 years, he was watching me. But some of the things he said, if my skin wasn't tough, and if I wasn't standing, on my own 2 feet, and I was being fed by ego and the compliments of other people, I wouldn't have survived that relationship. Because he was just something else. Because hurt people hurt people. And I think he did his best to try to tear down my confidence because he didn't feel like I needed it. Because guess what? My money wasn't long enough to do the things that I do because I hadn't hired bodyguards and people of that nature, or whatever. He thought that I should have conducted my business in a different way. It's just crazy. He said a lot of things, but it didn't shrink me. It grew me. And I knew where it came from. And I knew that a lot of the shit that he said to me was not about me. It was his own projection. And if it was for me, guess what? I didn't absorb the shit that he was trying to run on me, okay? For whatever reason. Because it didn't stop you from spending your money on me and watching me all those years. So obviously I was good enough for you to obsess about, stroke your dick to, spend your money on, etc., etc. So why you tripping now? that you happen to be my man, and oh, you're not my fan no more. Okay, whatever. Whatever. All right, y'all. Love and light, peace and blessings. We'll continue this. My nephew is here, and I gotta go get to the door. Ms.AtlantaThickDream.com. All right, it's not East Being Dream. Signing off. See you soon. Bye.